So no matter how many days you have, either past or ahead of you, you want to look your best, you want to feel your best, you want to live the best life available. So I will stay tuned for some tips to help you. I have 8 tips for that. My name is Evelyn Abernathy. I am the owner of Purple Essence Beauty, Health, and Wellness business using the Jafra line because it's my desire for everyone to look, feel, and be royal. Okay, so 8 tips to help you to live your best life so you can look great and you can feel great and just be confident in life. So, did you know that the number one cause of aging is the sun? Yes, we definitely need the sun. It's very helpful. I actually have a sun care video coming out. I don't think I placed it here on this site, but I will. The number one cause of aging is the sun. So it's very important that you're always wearing sunblock. All year long, you are exposed to the sun. Even if you're in the areas where it snows and you don't have a lot of sun that you're actually seeing, it's very important that you wear sunblock. Sun will reflect off of snow, water, sand, and even on cloudy days, it will reflect right through through the clouds, and it's the UVA and B rays that's damaging. So you want to be sure that you are wearing sunblock. And our skincare line, we have sunblock in every single one of our formulas. So definitely check out what we have and reach out to me should you need to. Okay, number 2, sleep. Are you getting enough sleep? 8 hours is the ultimate for your body to reset itself, and so that you have, it promotes cell regeneration, which is very important so that you're feeling healthy and that you're looking healthy. Sometimes I know it's a little difficult to get the full 8 hours in, but I'll give you some tips for how you can get the ultimate sleep. But before I tell you about how to get the ultimate sleep, let's talk about your sleep patterns or your sleeping positions. So if you are a side sleeper or a stomach sleeper, you are squishing your face on the pillow. You're squishing your face, and after some time, it will cause habitual lines. That's what I call it, because it's lines that are caused because of the habit of always being squished, always being in a certain position. You'll probably wake up seeing a little bit of lines that just go away throughout the day, but over time, you're going to get these lines that stay on your face, and you'll notice one side of your face will look a little more aged than the other. So a couple of tips for you. Number 1, you can use a towel behind you, under your neck. You don't even have to have a pillow. Just put the towel behind you. There's a certain way that I fold the towel, and this is how. You're going to take your towel and you're going to fold it in thirds. The reason that's important is because the spine of your neck will now rest here in that little opening. So and it's really barely, you won't even really see an opening. It'll come together, but as you're sleeping, once you put it down, it will just open just enough for that spinal cord. Then once I have it in thirds, I fold it in half and then roll it up. And then that's how you're going to put it behind you for sleeping. Another option is getting a pillow that has concave here so that you can just rest your head. You notice that it's kind of like having that roll here. And so you just have your head rested there. A third option is, if you just really want to keep the pillow that you're using, invest in getting a silk or a satin pillowcase, and then that will help a little bit with the lines. Now, if you are having problems sleeping, so you're not getting the ultimate rest that you need, here are some options for you. Number 1, take a hot bath before bedtime. That will just kind of help you relax. Number 2, dim the lights and turn off the television 1 hour before you're ready for bed. And that just kind of gets your body ready, especially as you're doing this as a habit. It kind of gets your body in that mode to, okay, it's time for rest now. Number 3, Keep the temperature cool, right around 65 degrees, maybe a little bit lower if you prefer. The next is relaxation tips. And I love this one. You can do this one as you're lying in the bed. So what you will do is you're gonna inhale to the count of 5. So you're gonna inhale slowly. You don't just take a deep breath. You're gonna go slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Then you're gonna hold it to the count of 5. And then you're going to exhale to the count of 5. So you don't just let it out. No, you don't. Slowly exhale. So that will help you to relax. But believe it or not, it will keep your mind in relaxation mode. So another reason that it's a really good idea to sleep on your back is, besides the fact that it's going to prevent the lines, it's the habitual lines from sleeping on the pillow. It also helps to support your neck and your back, which is exactly why I use the pillow, the special pillow or the towel, because now I have that back support and the neck support. It also helps to fight acid reflux, and ladies, it also helps prevent your breasts from sagging. So those are great reasons. So let's start telling those girls early, teens and 20-year-olds, so they know that earlier. Okay, the next thing is habitual lines. That's, again, I love that term that I thought of that, because it's the lines that we're making, the lines that we have because of the habits that we have had. So let's say when you go out into the sun, and the first thing that you do is squint, right? So when you're squinting all the time, over time, and so over time, it develops those lines. So you want to be sure that you are wearing some sunglasses. Invest in sunglasses that have that's broad spectrum. Broad spectrum means that it is now going to protect you from the UVA and the UVB rays. So sunglasses are very, very important. So be sure that you invest in a good pair. Again, with the crow's feet, the area around the eye is very delicate and generally dry. So you want to also make sure that you're using an eye cream so that it's always moisturized. It's going to be very important that you continually keep that area moist. Another area, again, for habitual lines, a lot of times you'll notice people around the upper lip starts getting their lines early too. And that's because we're drinking from straws, puckering up a lot with that, or we're smoking. So again, think about when you're drinking from a straw, if you're smoking, you're puckering up continually. And so that will develop those habitual lines. You want to be careful about that as well. And sometimes when I use my eye cream, if I have extra, I don't just throw it out. If I have a little bit extra on my hand, I just take it and I put it right around the upper lip as well. Okay, the next one, number 4, vitamins and healthy eating. It's very important that you're going to eat healthily. Make sure that you're adding vitamin B12 to your diet. That would be foods like eggs, milk, beef, salmon, trout. Let's nuts, especially the walnuts. Very important that you are adding more of the B12 to your diets. That is going to support your immune system, so it's keeping you healthy, and it encourages healthy nerve function, produces DNA and red blood cells. Please reduce the amount of salt intake. The salt that you have retains water. When you eat a lot of salt, then now you'll retain water, and water causes a puffiness, especially around your eyes. So if you're not sleeping well and you also are eating a lot of salt, and salt is hidden in so many of our foods, so be careful. Try to go for the low sodium foods if you can, and just be very mindful of how much of your salt intake you have. Number 5, yo-yo dieting. So let's just say I'm dieting here for a reason. Like I just want to lose 5 pounds, because I have an event coming up. And you're constantly dieting, and so now your body is under that stress of dieting all the time. What I really would prefer you to do, which was healthier, is changing your diet. So a diet, all that means is your habit of eating. So just change your habit of eating so you don't have to do these crash diets all the time. So if you always just continually changing your health habits, your eating habits, and including more of your fruits and vegetables and getting healthy foods, changing your diet, your eating habits, that's all you really need to do. Because if you think about it, if you're constantly dieting, and then you're on a diet, you're off a diet, you're on a diet, you're off a diet, and then your skin is it's stretched and then tightening, it's stretched and it's tightening. It works like, it starts to become like a rubber band. And what happens is the more you're stretching and release, stretch and release, stretch and release. What happens is over time, it loses the elasticity. And that's the same thing that happens with our bodies. And speaking of loss of elasticity, it will happen with your face as well. I had a client who called me and said, what can she use? Because she one day she looked down for something, and she felt the shifting of her skin. She was able to literally feel her skin shift forward. Another test that you can do is you want to pinch your cheek or pinch under your chin. If when you release, that skin is still puckered up, that means yes, you are losing the elasticity in your skin. So we have product for that. My number one recommendation for that is our Real Jelly Lift Concentrate, which is very firming, but we have a product line that's going to help for that as well. I would definitely say the Defy line. If you're experiencing that, you need to defy it. Okay, number 6 is exercise. It's so important to exercise, to keep healthy, to have energy, to look good, to feel good, and cardio especially. But even the yoga movements, anything that you're stretching your body is so important. But the cardio, what that does is it raises your heart rate, which now your body's getting more oxygen. And that more oxygen to your skin is going to keep your skin healthy. And it also provides the oxygen so that you have healthy skin. Number 7 is your water. Be sure you are drinking lots of water. You need to hydrate often. So there's 2 rules of thumb you can go with. You can go with either drinking 8 glasses a day or half your weight in ounces. So like for instance, if you're 140 pounds, half of your body weight is 70. So that means you would need to drink 70 ounces of water. So I like to do this. So I have rubber bands on my water bottle. My water bottle is 2 cups. So I have 4 rubber bands. So that's equivalent to 8 cups of water. So a good thing to do is when you drink the water, I put my rubber bands to the top. At the beginning of the day, put the rubber bands to the top. Every time I empty the water bottle, empty by drinking, not pouring it out. Every time I complete 2 cups, then I drop it to the bottom. Okay, and then refill. And then I complete that one and I drop it. I don't drop it until it's complete. Not that it's halfway, it has to be complete. The goal is by the end of the day to get all 4 rubber bands to the bottom. If you drink alcohol, like wine, occasionally have a sip of wine or a glass of wine, not a sip, a glass of wine, just limit how much you have because alcohol dehydrates your body. And number 8 is how you're taking care of your skin. Believe it or not, 80% of your skin aging is preventable. 80%. 80% of how we age is how we care for our skin. It's the only skin we're going to have, so let's protect it. And here's something to think about. At age 20, sometimes not even quite 20, maybe 18, 16, 18. But let's just say at age 20, you have the skin that you're born with. At age 40, you have the skin that you worked for. At age 60, you have the skin that you deserve. Now, that could be good or bad, okay? So if you've been taking care of your skin all along, then you deserve to have that fabulous skin when you're 60, and that's what you'll have. But if you've been neglecting taking care of your skin and neglecting all of the these 8 habits, then at the end of the day, when you're 60, you're not going to be very happy with it. But all is not lost. Whether you're 60 or under, there's some things that we can do. Number one, we have a product that's called not a product, but an ingredient called royal jelly. Royal jelly is from the bees, so it's a natural product from nature. And it has every vitamin in there, amino acids and protein. So it's a complete nutritional program for your skin, and we have it head to toe. Okay, so using that with our skincare lines, in our skincare lines, we have 5 currently in the 6 months coming, 5 skincare lines that contain royal jelly in every single product in the line. So that means there's royal jelly in the cleanser, in your treatments, in your moisturizer, in your solar protector. So you have a great amount of royal jelly in your skin, keeping you healthy, helping you to look youthful, keeping you keeping that skin firm and healthy and radiant. And so our skin care lines are all based on skin concerns. We have a men's line that addresses their needs, which is different from women because their skin is thicker than our skin. Their skin is more sensitive and it's more oily. So we have a skincare line that addresses their needs. Then we have a line that's called Boost. I like Boost because I just love, like, we're boosting their skin. But the Boost line is made for people that don't really have signs of aging, but they want to prevent them. And they are made with superfoods. You got the matcha, you've got watermelon, you got strawberry, you got all these great superfoods here, along with royal jelly, just like the men's line. They have the royal men. So everything has royal jelly. And in our Boost line, it is separated between those with dry or sensitive skin, or there's a line for those who have normal skin or oily skin or a combination. Then we have a line that's called Luna Bright, and that is for those who have some pigmentation issues. Perhaps 10, 20 years ago when you were out in the sun, you weren't wearing sunblock, and so now you're noticing blotchiness on your skin, on your face. Now you're noticing uneven skin tone. You're noticing dark spots. That's a line that's going to help take care of all that for you. And again, royal jelly. Then we have our Revitalize line. Love this, made for everyone, and it's customizable depending on what it is that you want to target. So if you want to target large pores or lines, we gotcha. If you want to target dark spots, we gotcha. If you want to target dryness, we have a product for that too. So it's very customizable. If you want a moisturizer that is very lightweight, like a lotion, you got that. If you have a product that is that you want, that's a cream, you have a product that's cream. If you want something heavier, we have that too. And then the ultimate, we have our Defy line. Now that is, okay, so Revitalize is if now you have a little bit, maybe some moderate signs of aging that you want to fight, or you just don't want it, and so you want to prevent. But if you're already noticing some signs of aging, especially if it's more advanced, then we have a product line that's called Defy. That's right, we're going to defy that aging. And that line, you get to look, and we have it in writing, up to 10 years younger within 4 weeks. When you're using the products as prescribed, which would mean twice a day, all the products twice a day, and there's only 4 steps. You cleanse, you're going to treat, you're going to moisturize, and in the daytime only protect with the solar protection, which is not even solar protection. It is the multi-performance. I mean, that means it's taking care of so many different issues. Multi-performance age protector. I absolutely love that. So those are our product lines. Sorry. Those are our product lines. Talk to me if you have any questions about that. I would love to be able to give you more information. And in the meantime, to take a look at some of the other 7 tips. Make sure that you are including that in your life. And then for tip number 8, check in with me so that you can look your best with one of our skincare lines. Now, one last bonus tip is when you are on your cell phone, how are you holding your phone? Are you constantly looking down, or do you have it at eye level? And here's why I'm saying that. If you're constantly looking down, now this is, remember we talked about the habitual lines? You start getting the lines here in your neck. So you want to keep it up here. And another reason, if you're constantly going down like that, I just think over time, you're going to cause some problems in your neck and have to now spend more money with your chiropractor. So keep your phone up at eye level instead of looking down. Okay, a couple of benefits there for you. All right, well, thank you for listening. If you know anyone that you think will find value in this video, please share it to them. Let's get the word out so that we're all looking our best, but most importantly, that you're living a very vibrant, healthy life. Not just the way you look, but it's the way you feel. I want you to feel confident. I want you to live a very healthy life. And most importantly, I'm here keeping you royal.